What is up, guys? It's gonna be my Rek'sai jungle video. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Starting his red is okay. A little bit of a spicy one right at the beginning. Vi is a bit sad there. Yeah, I mean, this Rek'sai jungle, she's super strong after the changes to Stridebreaker and Spear of Sojin. In this video, we're gonna be going over like everything you need to do. If you're playing Rek'sai, player as good as Inori, Sama. And yeah, I mean, Stridebreaker got buffed. Very nice on Rek'sai. It was already, you know, her best item in slot, but it never hurts to have something stronger, right? It never hurts to be a bit better in that situation. And Spear of Sojin, I think Spear of Sojin second is actually very OP. It's a really good second item. And yeah, a lot of champions should be building it. Rek'sai especially. Cleaver's only real benefit is the fact that it kind of shreds armor. So if you kind of like take that part out, there's no real benefit to the cleaver. Here, I'm checking my camps because I don't want Vi to steal it. And instead of like starting red or raptors, I start Krugs because Krugs will give me, you know, that level 3. And then like if Vi tries to do my red right after, for example, we'll have level 3 red buff ready to go. But if I started red and Vi invaded me, that would have been like risky. So now I'm level 3. Now I kind of just want to check my camps to see where she is. Okay, she's not here. She's not here. And now I kind of like start my red. And every time you W, you have a chance to kind of spot her before she shows up, which is always really nice, right? And now I have smite up as well. I probably should have just smited that, but it's okay. And now that I have smite up, it's like a bit safer to do. It would be technically safer for me to do my red. Yeah, after the changes, I mean, Rek'Sai is just the best jungler in the game. I mean, I feel with the Stridebreaker into Spear of Sojin build is just so phenomenal. I feel pretty much like unkillable. I feel very unbeatable. Here, I mean, top is gankable, but and you know, I just flashed to guarantee it. Vi is 20 CS, so that means she just left one camp up. What I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna drop the ward to spot. I still can gank Renekton without kind of worrying about here. There, it's just a quick combo into that kind of situation. Just a real quick combo. We did the Rek'Sai combo. We hit Q, right click, auto Q into E with the extra true damage. Very simple. This game plan, why did I feel like that was good? I knew exactly what Vi was gonna do. Like, Vi was gone, right? She's like resetting. She doesn't really have much left to go. And I know this is like a weird situation where I invaded her and stuff like that, but you gotta play the map the way the map must be played. You have to do exactly what must be done. The game is your like oyster. And usually when I play Rek'Sai, level 3 into something aggressive is how you want to play. A lot of junglers don't have the same tools like Rek'Sai would have. Play early game. Usually I go for those first early plays. But I don't skip out on farm. Like, I think jungle farm is like extremely important. Like, farming the jungle is even more important now with the catch-up experience being worse. So you have to like really like don't fall behind. Like don't give up CS, don't give up farm. I think too many people want you to gank and over gank, and it just like hurts you. I just really believe people lose games because more so like because it's just like farm and stuff like that. Oh my god. I guess it all worked out. I was like, okay, I guess there's an Alistar here, but I mean, it wasn't even like, it was no ain't no thing, but like ain't no thing but a G thing. Here you can always base, these are like our two components. These items are like the most important ones, right? We talk about axe and having the whip. This is like your early game. This is when you have the most damage for your components. This is where it's like really important to have good buys like this. And then this is where you just farm up, look for some plays. Don't really want to base until I have Stridebreaker. And that's where you're going to be really strong. So that's like my game plan. Like once I get this like a really nice buy, you know, I'm going to stay on the map for a very long time. That early phase was like usually after the first game. Some games it's like you're kind of playing to farm. Like the game is like, hold on, I gotta exit some tabs. You're actually like kind of like going into like farm mode instead of like gank mode. Like after level 3 you do your play, you have to kind of farm up. Rek'sai is like really weak without flash up and you're going for like really aggressive plays. Unless your team just has like insanely like god tier CC. But a lot of times it's just not ideal and you just have to kind of play for your farm and just CS. Do your jungle camps. Like this is not farm phase anymore. This is like I can kill anyone kind of phase. But the phase in the between where I got lucky with a bunch of kills, it was actually the farm phase. Now it's like, cause like they're on like, the game is like super accelerated. I have a lot more freedom to farm. At this point you can choose to either do aggressive play first and then go kill them or something. And then do like the objective and stuff like that. Whoa, you can pull dragon pretty far now. Or you can just like go farm and then gank afterwards. So that's like the stuff you need to be thinking about when you're playing League. Like you should be thinking about like, is it a gank? Is it gank first angle or is it farm first angle? And then gank. That's like the real stuff. Those are like the tough questions. I actually think Alistar's real main. See, because she was about to die anyways, that R, what it does is it just puts it back on a short cooldown. So I usually use it quite often. I end up doing that a lot where, I mean, if she somehow flashed out there, I would have been there ready to kill with R. But if she just dies, then she dies, and that's like, okay. Here is like a base timer, unless this Seraphine gets hooked here. Nope. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, that's not bad. I mean, I'm just like insanely like camping the bot lane. I think bot lane tremendously like, it's just like, it takes so much of the game is just like killing bot lane, winning bot. So I excessively maybe play towards bot, but it depends on the situation. When I know I'm so much stronger than the enemy jungle, and I generally know like if the enemy jungle is just like unable to kind of go bot side there, I mean like I know Vi is like literally, she has like nothing to do bot side, so I just kind of take advantage of that. But plays like that will just completely ruin the game for the enemy bot, and a lot of times that will just win you the game. Maybe I went too far there, maybe a little bit, but the idea is the same. If you can win bot, you win bot, and if you can win it hard, you win it hard. And when you have to farm, you go farm. Here, this is like more of like me going into like the farm mode again, because I spent so much time bot side and I don't want to fight for a while. So I'm gonna just full clear, even though like my team, like even though I could I could gank here. I could kill. No doubt about it. I could kill people here. I could go and get a 300 gold shutdown. But is it really worth it? That's what you have to understand. Like, what's like saying that if I full clear here, do I not just get the same thing? Like, if I full clear here, can I not still get a kill? Like, you know, this is like what's important to understand. And the answer is like, yes. Like, I mean, I can full clear here. Make sure I have all the jungle camps down. And then when I go bot side, I can still get an extra kill, you know? The only risk to this is like if the enemy jungle like makes a play before you, if the enemy lane is like really volatile where they're fighting a lot. This kind of stuff can be a risk. But I mean here, like, not really, right? So not really at all. And if I died in that situation, for example, let's say I died, you know, I full cleared. I got all my jungle. Like, what am I missing out on? Like, it wouldn't even be a bad death. But let's say like I only did 3 camps and I died there. Then if I died, it would have been really bad because I just didn't get the chance to farm all this. But now, like, I did this play, I live as well. And I just like go back into like the situation. Like, I go back top side for get my top side going, stuff like that. And it's just like perfectly aligned, right? Like, so if you can full clear is like relatively the correct decision at like later points. And then just do the play at the end. But it's like a case-by-case thing you have to think about. Like, I can't just tell you, like, full clear into gank is perfect every situation. No. But a lot of situations, it would actually be good. Here, I actually think they need me, so... But just make those kind of adjustments to your gameplay whenever you see like differences in the map. Like there, I know they need me, so obviously it's not really a full clear angle. Vi could be coming, so I'm just thinking about that right now. Yeah, she is. I mean, that's like the stuff you want. I want you guys to be like thinking about, not just on Rek'sai, but on a lot of champions. Rek'sai is really cool because like she can do both. She can farm. She can full clear, or she can like gank, you know? Like she's good at both. Later, your clear speed on Rek'sai speeds up a lot afterwards, is what I would say. You get really fast later in the game. Not so much early. This is where I generally feel the speed on like Rek'sai clear. This is a Merc games. Like I prefer Tabby's a lot of games, but because AP, CC, this is like a Merc angle. And this like build with spear is actually extremely powerful. People tunnel so much on the ability haste part, but the thing of like the extra ability haste on your spells is like it's like a dessert, like a treat. What's really good is just the raw stats this item gives you. Raw stats itself really broken. Booyakasha! He's too good. And that's how you make the enemy team FF. Well, I hope you guys liked that video. Be sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already. This was like Master Zelo. But I mean, I'm just gonna touch up on a little things like Stridebreaker into Spear. My build path would have been like so. I would have went Sterix afterwards with like a kind of like a. You could go Cleaver still later in the build. Sometimes I like Cleaver later if they're having like a lot of armor and stuff. And then like Gargoyles like still a go-to for me, and that's like usually my build. And yeah, and like I think Rek'sai still really OP. Just really think about the stuff I was talking about. Obviously, this game I had a lot of like the stuff gifted to me early game, but I still kind of like played around the conditions like of the map pretty well. And I just think you guys need to focus on that area too. It's not bad to Rek'sai just because she can gank doesn't mean she has to gank every time. She also can farm. There are farm like Rek'sai has farm timers, and once you figure out when it's a gank timer and then it's a farm timer, you can manage this. You're just gonna win so many games. So hope you guys like the video. Be sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.